There comes a time in every life when silence speaks louder than noise, when the world feels too loud, yet your soul feels unheard, and in that stillness something stirs. A whisper, ancient and powerful, not from outside, but within. You weren't born to merely survive the chaos. You were born to remember the truth that's been buried beneath deadlines, doubts, detours, and disappointments. A truth older than your pain, more sacred than your fear. You are not alone, you are not forgotten, and you are not powerless when the storms rise, when the voices around you echo your deepest insecurities. There is another voice waiting to be heard. It's not always loud, but it is constant. It's the voice that shaped galaxies. It's the breath that gave birth to life. It's the promise that holds your heart when everything else falls apart. And that voice still speaks. You may not hear it in the noise of your daily grind, but you'll feel it in the stillness between breaths. You'll sense it when the tears fall quietly in the dark. You'll know it when your spirit aches for something more, something real, something eternal. That voice is truth, and truth is not a concept, it's a presence, a force, a foundation. Here's what that voice would say to you. If you slowed down long enough to listen, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are more than the sum of your regrets. You are the light I placed in the darkness. You are not your failures. You are not your past. You are not the opinions of those who misunderstood your worth. Let this sink in. You were knit together with intention. There are no accidents in your existence. Every breath you take is a miracle still unfolding, even when life feels meaningless. You are living proof that purpose walks among pain. There is something sacred in your scars, something divine in your detours, and strength in the very places you thought were your weakest. So let this be your scripture for the storm. When you feel overwhelmed, whisper this truth. I am not built to break. When the weight of the world tries to crush your spirit, say this aloud. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. When anxiety wraps itself around your mind like chains, breathe and declare, peace lives in me, not fear. And when your heart feels forgotten, remember, even when I walk through the valley of shadows, I will not fear, for I am never alone. These aren't just words, these are lifelines, spiritual anchors, echoes of eternity that steady the soul in the face of storms. Let them be your morning ritual, your midnight mantra, your armor when the world tries to define you by your lowest moment. You see, faith isn't always loud. Sometimes, it's quiet. Persistence, the silent strength to get up one more time, to breathe through the fear, to forgive when it's undeserved, to hope, even when everything says not to. And in those moments, you're closer to the divine than you've ever been. Don't underestimate the power of what you speak over your life. Words are seeds. Plant pain, and you'll harvest bitterness. Plant truth, and you'll bloom healing. So speak life. Speak hope. Speak love, even when you don't feel it yet, because feelings follow focus, and what you repeat you become. Whisper this to yourself right now, even if you don't fully believe it yet. I am worthy, I am healing, I am growing, I am held. These are not affirmations, they're declarations of alignment. They call your soul back to its origin. Look at your reflection, not just your face. Look deeper, look into your own eyes long enough to see the story you've tried to hide. You've made it through storms that should have sunk you. You've stood when everything in you said to fall. You've loved even after being betrayed. You've hoped after heartbreak. You've lived. And that is sacred. You are not a mistake. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. Heaven still sees you, still speaks to you, still believes in your becoming. So when you feel unworthy, speak truth, louder than shame. When you feel broken, speak restoration into the cracks. When you feel like giving up, declare that this valley is not your home. It's a hallway to something higher. Remember this, every time you speak life over your pain, you're rewriting the narrative. Every time you speak peace over your fear, you're choosing power over panic. Every time you speak truth over the lies, you're stepping closer to the version of yourself you were always meant to become. Let your voice become the echo of something eternal. Let your words be the bridge back to yourself. Let your declarations be drenched in courage. Let your life speak what your heart believes, that even now, even here, you are becoming whole. Asterisk, when the night feels endless, when your heart aches, In places words can't reach, there is still something sacred happening beneath the surface. You are being refined, not destroyed. Shaped, not shattered. Prepared, not punished. And in the darkness, your spirit is learning how to see growth. Rarely feels like glory. Healing doesn't always look like light. Sometimes, it feels like breaking, like shedding everything you used to be, to uncover who you were always meant to become. And in that breaking, you are becoming unbreakable. So speak this over your life. What was meant to harm me will elevate me. I am not defined by what I lost, but by what I rise from. This pain has a purpose, and it will not be wasted. You are not just surviving, you are transforming. Every tear has been seen. Every silent prayer has been heard. Every sleepless night has been counted. And the voice of truth still whispers, I am working all things together for your good. Even the pieces you thought were too broken. Even the days that felt wasted. Even the moments that nearly broke you. They're being woven into a masterpiece. You see, the greatest battles are often fought in silence. Not on stages. Not with applause, but in your heart, when no one is watching, and you choose to believe anyway. You choose to stay open, when it would be easier to close. You choose to forgive, when bitterness feels more justified. You choose to show up, even when you're afraid. That's strength. That's faith. That's sacred rebellion. Your story isn't finished. Your future hasn't been written in fear. It's being authored by love, by truth, by a voice that doesn't shout, but still moves mountains. Let this be your anthem. My best chapters haven't been lived yet. Say it again, with your whole chest. I am not too late. I am not too far gone. I am still becoming. You're not called to walk this life alone. You were never meant to carry it all on your shoulders. Lay it down, not in defeat, but in trust. Surrender is not weakness. It's wisdom. It's saying I don't have to do this all on my own. It's returning to the place where peace lives, where rest is not earned, but given freely. You've carried burdens that were never yours to hold. You've believed lies that were never meant for your soul. But now is the time to speak something different over your life. Now is the time to declare, I am not my trauma. I am not my addiction. I am not my shame. I am not stuck. I am walking in freedom. Let this be the day you stop shrinking. Stop apologizing for your power. Stop hiding behind what hurt you. Start showing up as who you truly are. Because the world needs your voice, your truth, your scars that turned into stories. You are not here by accident. You were born for such a time as this. And when the next storm comes, because it will let it find you rooted, unshakable, anchored not in circumstances, but in identity. In truth that says, I can do all things, not by my own strength, but through the power that lives in me. Look how far you've come. Seriously. Pause, breathe, look back. Count the nights you didn't think you'd make it through and did. Count the times you broke down but still stood up. Count the moments you had nothing left and yet something inside kept going. That's resilience. That's divinity in motion. That's you. So if you're in the valley right now, know this. Mountains are not climbed in one step. Healing is not a straight line. Breakthrough often looks like breakdown first. But you are not behind. You are being built. Built by the pain. Built by the process. Built by the quiet yes you whisper every morning to just keep going. Let today be different. Let today be the day you start speaking truth louder than trauma. Hope louder than heartbreak. Purpose louder than pressure. Let today be the day you choose to believe that the same power that created the stars still lives in you, still calls you, it still carries you, still waits for you to believe again. This is your reminder. You are chosen, you are covered, you are carried, you are courageous, you are not forgotten, you are becoming who you were always meant to be. So, speak it, live it, believe it, and when your knees feel weak again, when the world feels too heavy again, play these words back. Let them hold you, let them remind you, I am not broken, I am breaking through. Emotional close plus CTA. Let your voice echo something eternal. Let your life speak louder than your pain. Let your heart stay open, not because it's never been hurt, but because it still dares to love. And if this message stirred something in you, even just a spark, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, comment, subscribe. Let's keep building a space where truth flows louder than fear. Because somewhere out there, someone needs to hear these words. And maybe that someone is just one share away.